Proofreading is arguably the most important part of the writing process. It allows you to take any piece of writing from okay to amazing at the switch of a pen. It helps with writer's block and even essay anxiety. Today, I'm going to show you how to proofread your own writing. These tips are going to help you level up any assignment and put your best foot forward. By the way, I'm Terrell, and this is Absolutely Studying. I bootstrapped my way through university while juggling a full-time job and a family. It was tough, and now I want to pay it forward. I want to supply you with all of the resources and support you need to flourish in your academic career. Today, we are going to go through step-by-step how to proofread your writing so you can submit your best assignments. Let me know in the comments below what part of the writing process you struggle with the most. And while you're down there, pick up my free essay checklist. It's free and it's going to guide you through the essay writing process step by step. The first step to proofreading your own writing is to read the entire thing out loud from beginning to end. This is going to help you actually check the vernacular and if your wording is correct. If it's not, you're going to pick this up much easier through reading it out loud and hearing how it sounds than you will through reading it in your head. Next, read for just one error at a time, especially the ones that you know you make often. First, go through and check that you've got all the capitalizations correct. Then worry about grammar and punctuation. Finally, go through and check your spelling. Going through one at a time and making little adjustments here or there is going to help you catch those problems better. That way, you're not splitting your focus between 5 or 6 different problems and trying to catch them all at once. You can dedicate your entire focus onto one at a time. Check for run-on sentences, capitalization, all of those things, just one at a time. In the checklist that I added below, it has a list of the most common errors that people make. This can help you to go through and actually track each of the errors that you're checking for so that you don't lose track of your progress. If you haven't already picked it up, it's in the description. It's free for download. Next, take a break between your editing processes and especially between writing and editing. The longer the break, the more fresh you'll be when you come back and check on your progress. This way, you can have fresh eyes and a fresh perspective. You won't be so close to the writing as you were when you were pouring your soul onto the paper. That way you can be a little bit more objective as you go through and check for errors. It also helps you to stop anticipating what's on the paper. When you anticipate, you tend to skim over and assume that you know what it was. If you've taken a little bit of a break, it's a little bit fresher, so you're more likely to actually read it. And it also stops you from getting bored halfway through the editing process. Also, try proofreading at a time when you're more alert. If you're a morning person, don't try proofreading late at night, and vice versa. Proofread when you're more alert because this is a very detail-oriented exercise. You want to make sure that you can deliver as much focus to it as possible so that you can do a really good and thorough job. Also, try using a piece of paper to block off every sentence or every line except for the one that you're looking at. It'll stop a wandering eye from searching ahead and trying to anticipate problems in the future. I use Grammarly and I am super reliant on it for my editing process. I have just a little touch of dyslexia, so I have a really hard time with inverting letters and trying to read out loud. Grammarly helps me to pick out subtleties that are not quite right. It'll help me to rephrase sentences that I have clearly put in the wrong order and simple spelling mistakes that my brain might not otherwise pick up on. I do have an affiliate link in the description if you want to try it out. It is free. I personally have the premium version, but the free version is definitely a godsend. Work backwards and read one sentence at a time. Start at the end and work backwards. This is going to help you to stop anticipating what's next because your brain didn't write it backwards, so it's not going to anticipate reading it backwards. Work one sentence at a time and just edit that one sentence. This is helpful again because it shakes it up and it stops your brain from anticipating what's there and will help you to read it again in new light. And finally, have a family member or friend proofread it. This is hard, even for me. I am super self-conscious about my writing, even though I do a ton of it. So having somebody else read over it is hard for me, but especially on really important papers, I will try and have somebody read out and have an objective opinion. They can help me to decide if things should be moved around or expanded upon, or if I'm rushing something, and tell me to slow down and just take my time in explaining and describing it. They can have an outside opinion and really help you to bolster your writing ability, and often will tell you it's much better than you think it is. I have an entire video dedicated to overcoming writer's block if that's something that you are encountering in your writing process. I will link the video above and a full article below in the description. You should really check it out, it'll help you a lot. While you are down there, like this video and subscribe to my channel. I put out a new video every Thursday, and it is always about study tips, organizational hacks, and homework help to help you through the study struggle. You can also visit my website. I have tons of useful articles and free resources. And do not forget to pick up that essay checklist. Until next time, I hope you have an amazing adventure.